So, live during the beast, we're rolling on the 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time hour. www.elifemedia.net, www.elifemedia.net, powered by live music for you. We are working on our diction and we're working on our microphoneage. Right about now, we have our great engineer, Mr. Reggie, correcting things for us. So you all, hopefully you can hear us a little better. Everybody say hi so I can hear you.
Hey.
You real?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. You
Like this sexy voice.
Yeah, a little bit.
Look, hey, how you doing?
You heard that right? I was getting ready to say
That's
raspy,
right.
but I guess sexy will. I guess sexy will. All right, Black Biker Week. Coach Tanya.
Yes, sir.
Something about this whole story unnerves me.
What's that?
It appears, according to some of my peoples across the country, that the bikers who look like you and me are not treated the same as bikers who don't look like you and me. Now, I know that that's just what they call a heresy. But is there some truth to that statement from your recollection this time?
Yes.
What's up with that?
You're referring to going down to Myrtle Beach or just
I'm
in general?
referring to in general.
In general, yes and no, but sometimes, and I have to play the devil's advocate,
So be the devil.
ones like us sometimes don't know how to act.
But they don't know how to act evil.
Right,
But-
but we're the ones that are mostly getting caught
Gotcha.
when it comes to that.
Yeah, we sell on the corner where other folks sell out of buildings.
Yes, so,
Yeah, right.
and you have so many younger people that are getting into riding and not really knowing what they're doing. They're just going out there getting bikes. Some aren't legit, some haven't taken classes or anything like that. They're just going out there getting them, just like the dude that just on the four-wheeler and the bike taunting the police. Why would you do that? You know, and I'm a rider, and I get frustrated when people want to block the highway because you want to do stunts. That's not cool. But then you are mad when somebody cuts you off.
Well, I'll be
So
honest.
both are wrong. It's not fair that someone cuts you off, but at the same time, you're doing stupid stuff.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, they sometimes, like, if you have a bad experience with them, I had an ATV yesterday, but I wanted to jump out of the car and bitch slap this dude. and what ends up happening, the next time it
Right. The next time you
Right.
hear it, and it could be somebody that's not doing anything
Yeah.
wrong, then you're gonna tense
Yeah.
up and you're gonna
Right.
want to knock that person off or whatever, and it isn't even
You
their
know, that
fault.
don't take much from me. Hopefully they look like you. That's my only reason why they gonna fly. You real, man. You've been biking for about 6 months, you told me?
Man, about 40 years.
40. You ain't but 43. What you started when you was 3?
You
want to slide that microphone back toward his face a little bit, slide it that way. Like, yeah, that's it. So what made you get into, I'm gonna ask this real retarded, I can't say retarded, that's not diplomatically correct. This psychologically challenged question. What made you decide to get into quote unquote biking? Because it's different from riding a motorcycle. You're into the culture of bicycling. What made you do that?
Well, just joining the club, I had a lot of friends that was doing it. And brother,
So why not just play as key?
It's on. This is Ustream.
Okay, so why not just hang out with the homies that you grew up with?
Right now.
I was doing that too. But, just getting with the Eagle City Motorcycle Club, it gave us something to do. We had direction. You always have somebody that's planning the trip, so you're going somewhere, you gotta focus. And then when you get there, you have like-minded people that are doing what you're doing.
Okay, it's gotta be an exhilarating experience, is it?
I was phenomenal.
Okay, I was talking to you, Ray.
Okay, I'm trying to you're talking to
I just saw the hairs in the back of your neck stand.
bikers.
All right, Reg, I know how to get the Tanya now. All right, so look here, when the show's over, we're gonna talk biking.
I mean, it is. And I tell any female, that once you become the driver of the bike, you don't want to be a passenger. You don't want to be a passenger anymore. I do not want to get on the back of anyone's bike.
No,
That's
it's
a
not for
shame.
me at all. It's not for me at all.
Why you say that's a shame?
They see what I see. I wouldn't mind having that on my back.
I'm not having you on yet.
Okay, hold on. I cannot wait to play that scene again. Red just looking like, oh my God, the brother just swallowed the toad.
But I mean, it's
So can I get on the back of your bike? I mean, can you ride one of, okay, I want you to understand, that was a clean question. Can someone, okay, so you're not gonna be a passenger anymore. Can someone be a passenger with you, or is that off limits?
I do not want a passenger. I don't even want my child as a passenger.
Okay. So you just want your whole world.
If I was comfortable enough, then yes. The bike I had first when I started riding, I had an R6, Yamaha R6. I don't have it anymore, which is like a crotch rock, a sports bike.
Crotch rock.
Yes, it was 600. I don't have it anymore. What I'm going to get is a cruiser. He don't know. Yes, I know. Just the road crotch rocket. Yes. So that's why I kept going. But I am going to get a Victory, which is a cruiser bike.
Oh, okay.
Which is bigger, but it's not going to be big enough for the both of us.
It's not going to be big enough for both.
No.
So that means you're growing up.
So do me a favor.
Yeah, I'm growing up.
Take a picture of a cruiser. Take a picture of a cruiser. Blow it up. Let's put it on the wall. Yeah, you like me. Yeah, but you want a cruiser, all grown up.
Oh, when I get it, I am going
Look
to take
at
pictures.
her eyebrows. Have you ever seen her
I
eyebrows?
got to do the photo shoot. I got to do the photo shoot.
Ramon, the last time you been on a motorcycle? I'm sorry, Coach Tanya. A bike or what? A cruiser or?
He's my god brother, so it's been a minute. I don't like riding, not bikes anyway.
She used to ride with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you the one that got her out of it.
No, he's an excellent driver. I mean, he's an excellent rider, or however you want to put it. I just
It wasn't your thing, that open
It's
road?
not my thing. I don't want to be the driver. I don't want to be the passenger. I'm just not a motorcycle person, period.
So look, now, every year, or at least up till now, down in South Carolina, I got a call about this a year ago. Brother was very, very animated and wanted me to do a whole piece on it, but we couldn't, we couldn't coordinate it. But apparently he has some family and et cetera out of South Carolina, and he kind of gave me the historical perspective on why this thing going on down in South Carolina, the Myrtle Beach area, or whatever specific part of it that they call it, I can't remember, North Island, what?
Atlantic Beach.
Atlantic Beach. And the historical aspect of it, I thought it was real deep. But he said now they're talking about whether they're trying to eliminate it. Now, Coach Tanya and Urel, I'll start with you, Urel, real quick, and Coach Tanya, I want you to kind of review the conversation we had over the phone. Urel, from your estimation, and you can be as objective as you want to be, what is going on in South Carolina right now that's threatening on both sides of the table, that's threatening the existence of the Black Biker Week in Atlantic Beach?
The existence of it is being threatened by ignorant bandits. That's what's going on. Just, you got these young cats down here, coming down, and I mean, they're just doing way, way too much. I mean, when I first started doing Bike Week, it was about girls. Get down there for the women, going down there for the party,
Have a good time.
the drinking, right? That was it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now you got open air prostitution, open air drugs. You got these young cats down there with rev limiters that sit in front of the hotel at 1 o'clock in the morning and turn that throttle wide open and just sit up there and let the bike make all the noise that it can make with the stutter boxes. I mean, it's just crazy. So, I mean, you know how Mom used to say, bring it on yourself?
Yes.
That's what's happening. Wow. I mean, the robberies, when did we get to that?
Right.
Well, if you send the young balance, then that's indicative, and we'll have a gentleman on a little bit. Bow ties and boys. That's right. I said it wrong, so you can correct me.
That's okay.
And there's something going on with the younger population, especially males.
Right.
And I say this, and I'm going to copyright this from all of it, but fatherless mammals often grow up to be godless animals. Mm-hmm. And what happens is, if we can't walk up to a young man and say, Slim, enough of that, right, turn your bike down, put your pants up, shut up, right, go sit down, without us being attacked. Right. And us not being able to strike fear in them, it's because we needed to strike fear in them when they were younger. And everybody talks about, this, that, the other, but the fact of the matter is that to this day, my father can still give me a look, and I'm like,
you know what that means.
And anybody that looks like it. Mm-hmm. So that's missing. So now you have this situation with these young guys. You can't say anything to them, can you?
But it's also the young females too. It's the females that are just as bad going down there because you have the females that are down there with the thongs on, with nothing on the back of somebody's bike. When I used to go down there, you know, it was more open than what it is now, and people would ride. You go with your club, you can do the ride. The streets were blocked, but not like they are now. You were able to ride, and you know, the girls back then, you were classy and not trashy, and that's what they're turning into now. Because you walk down the street and you got this girl, she's turned up, and all these guys taking pictures of her insides. Why are you degrading yourself like that? You don't have to do that to get attention. So you have the females and you have the males that are down there doing it. And it's sad, and it's making it hard on people that want to just go and have a vacation, want to go and, like you say, hang with your club, do things with you, ride with your club, get together. Because it is, being in a motorcycle club, being a part of the bike scene, it's not a game. It's more of a family-oriented thing than anything. You always know that somebody has your back no matter what.
Okay, so the white bikers, they don't do the same thing. You right?
They do.
I mean, they drink, they get drunk, they get rowdy. I mean, they'll shoot off guns from time to time.
They'll shoot at each other in Waco, Texas, right?
Oh yeah. They do all that. But their occurrences are kind of sporadic. I mean, they ain't no angels. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're the Hell's Angels, but I mean, they go down there, they do their dirt. Let's not get it twisted. They do their dirt, but sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Is there a difference in it? Is it the way that, in other words, is it the way that we cut up that makes it so much worse than the way other folks cut up?
Yeah. Because see, they have their area, and they get in their area, and they kind of contain what they do to where they're at. We're wide open. Like
Just don't care.
Tanya was saying, you could be in the station wagon with your family and your 3-year-old daughter and your 5-year-old son, and you'll have a biker next to you, like you said, with a girl on the back, she got a thong on, and at the light, he'll start pumping the brakes and make that butt jiggle and wiggle, and she ain't got nothing on. I mean, who wants their 5-year-olds and 3-year-olds to see that? You know what I'm saying?
It's too much.
So now, if we are congregating like this as a people, in the context of having a good time, and we continue to replicate that behavior as time goes on, we're not going to be wanted anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the small part. I mean, the problems down there are far more serious than the problems.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, you got rape, major issue now. You know what I'm saying? You got people coming from all over the U.S. to this one central location for a week to party on this biking thing. You have to literally come down. Tanya said that they want attention. I think they want money. They're down there for a reason. I mean, the pimps bring the hoes in, right? Because they're going to work that trap for a week and get that money. And the best way to get that money, you got to advertise. So they're going to go on the corners with no clothes on. That's how it's done. The other guys down there, hey, they know that this is a transient place. They don't have any roots there. You snatch a girl, you drag her into a room, have your way with her, turn her out, and then you get out of town next day. Nobody knows who you are. They have no way of tracing you. There's no accountability. So that's a major problem. Reckless driving, deaths, that's a problem. The noise. You got to, we're there for a week. We're having fun. But what we seem to forget is that there are residents there that live there 365 days a year.
Right.
And, we're putting them out when we come with all that noise and stuff. And, 2 o'clock in the morning, hitting your rev limiters. I mean, what's the purpose?
Coach Tony, you talked to me and you said that the difference between the two, the state or the county, they reroute the traffic. It's a lot less free flowing. Now, I'll be honest with you, if I'm going into a place and traffic is free flowing and I can get to my destination, I'm cool. But if you change the traffic patterns and I have to sit in line for 2.5 hours, at some point, my my homies inside of me started to pop off a little bit, and I might start acting out of character. So sometimes you can change the way things are done systematically, and that then changes my behavior. For example, if I go to a football game, I expect to be there going to pay my money and going to watch the game. But if I go to a football game and somebody's trying to fill me up and down, all of a sudden now another side of my character is going to come out, as you mentioned before. Now, when the newspaper picks it up and when the TV camera picks it up, it's going to be some big dude just out here wow. But the fact of the matter is, it was set off by a situation that I had no control over. So,
in some instances, the barriers are necessary.
sorry.
The barriers sometimes are necessary to control it because, like you said, you have the ones that are down there and they're wilding out and they're doing different things. So that, I guess that's the police department's way of kind of keeping control of it. But again, I've been for Harley Week and it's wide open. You can just ride and nothing's blocked. So I guess that's their way of kind of deterring us from coming down and taking over their city.
And it's kind of working at this point.
Let me say,
Okay.
in reference to your question, there's two different types of motorcycle communities out here.
Okay.
You have what I call the biker boy clubs. Those are the ones that are out there, you know, zipping around on those real fast cross rockets, you know, doing that stuff like that. And then you have the MC community. The MC community is going to be your motorcycle clubs where, you know, you're patched up and it's a more mature community, right? Mostly they ride Harley Davidsons and cruisers. And there are rules, you know, and the rules are firmly implanted in the community. And when you come into an MC, you know, you're briefed as to what the do's and don'ts are, you know? And so when we go somewhere to an MC function, we don't have these type of problems. But it's this other community, you know, in this type of environment where it's reckless. There's no rules in place. And half the guys that are on these motorcycles, like Tanya said, they get them, they don't know anything, and they just know that they're out there. They come out there, they'll make a new club overnight after some movie that they saw last week. And next thing you know, they got a motorcycle club. They put 3 patches on, they don't even know what it means, but they're doing it. There's all types of rules to this game. And a lot of these jokers out here on these bikes, they don't know what the rules are. They out there just doing their own thing and it gets them caught up sometimes.
All right, well, learn something about it tonight. I'm going to continue to watch the development because I guess the governor of South Carolina decided to get involved with it, and she, according to the news media, has made it a point that it's time for that particular thing to go away. Now what happens is, where did it go then? Where did it congregate then? And are we able to, you know, tell them we're in Atlantic City, some other places, and basically, if you take the same thing to another place, you're going to get the same results.